Welcome, world, to Everybody Struggles. We have a very special guest. It is my good friend, Nnenna.
What's up?
The crazy thing is we've known each other since high school. You are a hooper. I hooped for 1 year.
We'll put you in the hooper category.
I mean, I still hoop now, though. But, you're a teacher, of basketball and a coach. I know a lot about you. The world doesn't. Tell us a little bit about who you are, where you're from, and what you're currently working on.
Well, my name is Nnenna Okereke. I'm Nigerian American. I am currently working on myself and just fostering my gifts, my godly gifts, and how to implement that in my basketball training and empowering the youth and just, living.
Tell us a little bit about growing up in the Bay.
So I grew up in Berkeley. Currently live in Oakland. Yeah, South Side. But no, but I grew up in Berkeley, and it was a unique experience. It was good. It's a diverse community. I was, introduced to a lot of different cultures, people of all walks of life. Arts, sports, gardening, just you name it. It's Berkeley. Berkeley is Berkeley.
Berkeley. So now I want to ask you a question. We're going to dig a little deeper, learn a little bit about you. What's the hardest thing you've ever dealt with in your life?
Well, the hardest thing that I've dealt with, that I had to deal with is when I was 12 years old, 8th grade just finished 8th grade, summer before going to Berkeley High. I actually was sent to Nigeria to live for 2 years.
Wow.
That wasn't the plan.
Right.
That wasn't my plan. Like you said, I'm a hooper. So growing up in Berkeley and playing at King Middle School, that I was like a star. And 8th grade, the coaches at Berkeley High knew who I was. Right. And I was ready. I was like, okay, let's do this. Young, wow. Berkeley High is a powerhouse. So I was ready. And
they go to state every year.
Every year. And that changed. My mom, she was like, okay, well, take this trip, go for 2 weeks. You'll be back before school starts. Those 2 weeks turned into 2 years. So I spent my freshman and sophomore year in a place that I had never been in my life, by myself, essentially.
Really?
Yeah, so I have my mom, dad, brother, and sister were here in the States. I was over there with my family, but I had never met them.
Right.
So, yeah.
So what happened next? It's kind of tough to ask the question, how did you learn to overcome or live with it? Because this was something that you had no control over. But what did you do while you were there? And then what was next when you got back?
It was tough. While I was there, I experienced a lot. It was different, culturally. I had to learn a lot about myself, and because I was by myself, no one that I could relate to.
Right.
Me and my siblings are kind of close, so it's we didn't have that connection. We're worlds apart. So I just had to really learn about myself and how to live with just me and my thoughts, me and, trying to strive to get back to the States to do what I love,
right.
And I think it just shaped, when I came back, what I wanted. My dream was to hoop. I wanted to play in WNBA. I wanted to do it all. So I still had those dreams and those hopes. So that kept me fighting to just want to get back here and grind harder. So my grind and hustle just went out the roof. When I came back, it was, I definitely, that time period, as for anyone, is already a crucial period. But for me, I came back, I was like an adult. I felt like, I was ready. Because I came back, I was at the, at B High, but my grind was different.
Right. And it's crazy because that was my first year at Berkeley High because I moved to the Bay. I didn't know anybody. I didn't have no friends. I understand how that is, but it's different though when you move to a whole nother place, don't really know anybody, and you're by yourself. Yeah. Oh, that's crazy. So the next question is, what are some of the life struggles that you had besides that hardship?
I mean, a big one is this. It's hard for me to trust people.
Mm-hmm.
You know, there's a lot of issues there with just like who can I trust.
Mm-hmm.
With that experience, but just even you know now I feel like it's hard for me to kind of step out of my comfort zone a lot because of things I've experienced. So I feel like sometimes it holds me back from things that I want to do because I get so comfortable in what I know
Right.
and what I have control over. So it's like it's a few different things like control and trust and stepping out of my comfort zone. But
So what are you doing now to be able to step out of your comfort zone and kind of let the world kind of play its part?
This.
I was gonna say it, but
yeah, this. But being more open to my truth, my story, and like therapy,
That's number one. My therapist is calling me tonight.
Yeah, I definitely that's been a huge part is just being able to like get my thoughts out there and have someone that doesn't have a bias to anything. Just
they're not gonna judge
like, okay, this is what it is. Let's try and work through that.
Yeah.
What's the worst that's gonna happen? Just take that leap of faith. So that's been ways for me to be able to step out is like, all right, just do it. You fail, okay. What's the worst that's gonna happen?
Well, I appreciate this being a situation, that's gonna change it. So what are some of the daily struggles that are holding you back from your fullest potential?
I mean, let's say sometimes I just don't feel like it. Sometimes you have those hard days where it's like, I don't even know why.
Right.
So that's one thing. I would say the other thing, like I kind of already mentioned, was just being like comfortable and like, for example, a big thing is like, I've been wanting to move out the Bay, but I have like my security blanket there, but in order for me to do what I want and to live out my purpose, I feel like I need to get away from that.
Yeah. So then you can go back, learn some stuff, and then get back there and teach it.
Yeah.
What are you doing now to get out of that comfort zone? Move out of the Bay and, do what you need to do to live your purpose.
I've been doing a lot more planning on other things that I want to focus on in life. So like you said, I teach, so I work at a school and, that's great. I coach a few teams, but, I've been trying to expand more on my own stuff that I want to do.
Right.
So I've been spending a lot more time down here. I've been
working out.
Yeah, I've been really doing things that I love and that are really passionate to me so that I can continue to, work towards that and step out.
Right.
So trying to build clients down here.
You got a place.
So all of this is happening for a reason, and I'm embracing that because I think
beautiful.
Sometimes, I've had experiences where like things happen. And I'm like, oh wait, let me back away. Kind of that fear. But now I'm just like, look, let's just go do it. Go for it.
Right.
So.
That's beautiful. So now, because you've been through the things that you've been through, what's your outlook on life now?
My outlook on life is like, I can do anything. I've been through a lot and I just feel like, there's nothing that's really like physically that can get in my way.
Right.
And just knowledge that I've learned about myself and about the world. And, I just feel like I have so much more to give.
You do. So now, what's your ultimate goal in life?
Ultimately to, be happy, whatever that may be, my happiness, and to have other people around me experience their own happiness, and to help, youth, really. That's been my passion, to really just like get them to feel empowered and supported and to know that they can do whatever they want.
It's true. My last and favorite question is, if you were to give someone advice that looks like you or that has been through the same situations as you, what would you tell them?
I would say you got this. You know, the sky's the limit, really. And you know, you may struggle, but that's just something that's going to add to your unique story. To never give up, to keep pushing for your dreams, your truth, and don't let anybody ever tell you you can't.
That's beautiful. Well, Nnenna, I appreciate you stepping out of your comfort zone and coming to sit down and talk with us. Make sure you follow Nnenna on social media. And please make sure you follow us for our next episode. Please make sure you leave questions, comments down below. Thanks for watching.
Thank you.
I just want you to know you are not alone.